Hi, it's Cecily from Cecily on Point. I am here to review the Barbie movie. Put my pink on, got together with some of my girlfriends, and we went to see the movie. It was really an experience. Everybody in the movie had on pink. There were a few who didn't, but even the men had on pink. So it's a whole experience going to see this movie because just about everybody has played with a Barbie at one time or another in your life, and you have your own personal experiences, your own way of playing with her. So this was something that you just are curious about to see how they're going to turn this into a big movie. And I really think that Greta Gerwig did a great job with the cast. It was great having Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. They both did a terrific job as Barbie and as Ken. And the visuals, oh my goodness, the visuals were so great. It was almost like you could touch the plastic. Like in this house here, how, it looks like you can really like reach out, touch it, and play with it. That's how the whole movie was. It was amazing what they did with the visuals. I loved that. And if you like or love, as I do, a good fantasy musical, like a High School Musical, Bye Bye Birdie, Hairspray, any of those kinds of movies, you're going to love this Barbie movie because that's the theme that it's on. It's just feel good, songs that you want to learn. The movie is great because it has just enough fantasy, but some reality kind of mixed in with it so that you can understand the point that they're trying to get across. What's so great about Barbie right now, just to really go back before we go forward, is that right now, Barbie was developed back in the 1960s, and she was a fashion model, and she just had to have different clothes to model all the time. So that's why if you bought one Barbie, all you had to do was just keep buying clothes, keep buying clothes. I mean, a brilliant marketing campaign on Mattel's part, believe me. But then over the years, people kind of complained a little bit about Barbie just having a certain body image, Barbie being kind of like a shallow, not really representing all the things that girls and women could be. So they started evolving. And now today, there are over 175 different Barbies, different ethnicities, body types, professions. She's really evolved into a doll that's meaningful for some girls. So she's not the girl that you might have known at one time. So that's important to know. But there is a little plot that runs through the movie because you have to wonder, like, well, how do you make a plot out of this? And it's funny because Barbie lives in a perfect world. Everything is wonderful, everything is pink, everybody loves everybody, and she's there with all the other Barbies. It's really cute the way they, mix all of that in. And then all of a sudden, whoever it is that owns Barbie, because someone does own her, she just starts feeling like blue and depressed, and she comes down off of her heels and she's flat-footed, which is, anybody who's played with Barbie knows that Barbie is usually like up on her tiptoes all the time and her shoes just automatically slip in. But there are some flat-footed Barbies as well, if you know, you know. But anyway, so she comes down onto her flat feet and she starts thinking about life and the meaning of life and her meaning in life, and wants to go out and really see what it's all about. So I don't want to give too much away about the movie, but there is definitely a message there. It's a pretty good message. You just got to follow along. Not hard to follow along. But I think an important thing also to get across is this really isn't a movie for little kids. I would say if your child is under 8, it really isn't for them. It's really gearing more towards the minimum of those tweens, those 8 to 12 years old. Those are the tweens, they're not youth, they're not teenagers, that little tween. And of course also older, all the way up to adult, because there are a lot of references and a lot of double entendres and, just a lot of jokes that kids just aren't going to get. So it's hard for them to really get the messaging. So I don't know that they really got that out a lot, that it's really not for little kids. It really is for a different audience. But that all said, I do definitely think that it's something you should see. It's something that you can enjoy if you have a young girl or even a boy, because there are some messaging in there about boys as well. It is something that you'd want to do together and go and see. And if you're able to, see whether or not you can find a nice retro, like this mid-century Barbie mansion, to even look at. So enjoy, and I hope you enjoyed the movie as much as I did. Take care.